Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Camille Nicole and I am so glad that you have decided to join me on today. As I am growing my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button. My channel is a variety of valuable information that is created personally by myself to inform, entertain, and educate you all. So for the next 12 weeks, I am going to be in a series of Let's Talk the Reality of Depression, Anxiety, and the Desire for Control. These are heavy topics, so definitely be ready for them. And if you know anyone who may be struggling with any of these things, please do share. I will be releasing a video on this topic every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the next 12 weeks. So I hope that you decide to join me and share these videos again with family and friends that might be struggling through these topics here, especially with everything that we've been through with 2020 this year. And as we enter the last quarter of the year, you all know it's full of festivities and family and friends, and not everyone has family and friends that they can be with. And so this is also the time of year where depression finds its way in many people's homes. So if you are one of those people who suffer from depression on any level, this channel and this video is for you. And I wanted to create this series because I know many people are suffering silently right now, and not enough people who look like myself from this generation, the millennials, are talking about this. We talk a lot about money, entrepreneurship, our businesses, and making it happen, but we don't talk about the depression that can come with that or that may be holding us up. So I know that I personally am one of a kind, but I also know that I'm not the only one who has felt the heaviness of depression. So that's why I'm here today. And so in today's video, we are going to talk about depression and what it is. So let's get started. Have you tried in any way, right, to get ahead in life and you just seem stuck? Like, can't figure out why one day you were on this high, getting things done, checking off that to-do list, meeting up with friends and family, whatnot, and then the next 5 days you're so low you can't seem to just get out of the bed. And maybe it's not your lack of discipline or motivation, but it's really that heavy cloud of depression. And a lot of times we like to say we're not motivated enough or we're not disciplined enough. So many people suffer from depression and have no idea that's what the problem is. And I myself have also struggled with this terrible demon that seems to stop positivity from entering the very life Jehovah God has given me and all of us who suffer from this. So depression, what is it? I wrote a piece I like to share. And so what is depression? This is what it is in a short version for my thoughts. Depression, oppression, sadness, tears flowing, heaviness in heart, burden and low. Depression can come and go as it pleases. It is rarely invited and seldom knows when to leave. It sometimes comes with a few friends that are quite annoying and bothersome. When depression decides to visit, it may become hard to get out of the bed, to stop crying. It may make you want to isolate yourself from normal human interaction. Depression is the worst kind of sadness. It's worse than sadness and can make you have terrible thoughts. Thoughts mainly about yourself and sometimes about others. Depression can make you feel extremely tired and what we like to call lazy. You may have trouble concentrating, controlling the amount of food you eat, or perhaps that you don't eat. Depression may make you lose all kinds of appetite. The cyclone of effects can occur rapidly, sending you in a downward spiral so quickly you won't even know you got to the bottom pits of this darkness. Depression is not a lovely visitor. It will come and go as it pleases. In order to maintain it, you must be alert, calm, and forgiving of yourself. Allow the waves to come and wait for it to be over, kind of like a virus. You can overcome it with faith, patience, kindness to yourself, and the will to want to feel different. you can overcome it. Okay, so that was it for my little poetry spiel, okay? This is what depression is from a short point of view of my thoughts. It's how I seem to cope with it in my mind. It's like this unwanted visitor that seems to bring a couple of his friends every now and then and don't know when to leave, even when I say leave. Okay, so that was a short poem I quickly put together. It's a brief synopsis. Does any of this sound familiar? So hopefully, you know, it has registered if you are suffering and you want to continue to stay tuned for these videos. And what I've found was from the Mayo Clinic, depression is defined as a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest, also referred to as major depressive disorder or clinical depression. And it affects how you feel, think, behave, and can lead to a variety, you guys, of emotional and physical problems. You may just feel like, oh, my stomach hurts so bad, and it is simply depression. You may go to the doctor and they're like, nothing is wrong. Depression, as you can see, is no joke. Okay, no joke at all. Depression hits everyone differently. Some people may enter a cycle of sleeping too much. Others may not sleep much at all, where you get insomnia. Many have difficulties socializing, completing work. Like if you're at your job and you just can't seem to meet your deadlines, you can't get work done in the house, concentrating, even daily hygiene may lack, like not showering. Crying frequently is another symptom of depression. Negative thoughts about yourself may be present. Negative thoughts such as, I'm not good enough, I suck at everything, no one likes me. These thoughts can be quite overwhelming, and our minds may not know how to handle these thoughts. Our minds may not know how to handle this seriously, you guys. So how does our mind decipher whether it is a true statement or not? Okay, like when we got negative thoughts versus positive thoughts, our mind doesn't know that it's one or the other. Our bodies will feel the difference, but if we tell ourselves every day we're no good, we'll start to believe that we're no good. So these thoughts can also make us suffer from anxiety. Okay, that is another one of depression's little friends, and I'll get to that in another video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so many times depression creeps in when we compare ourselves to others, when we are struggling to forgive someone or ourselves for something, when we are hiding a truth about something, when we get stuck in a painful or traumatic past event, when we feel like we have made too many mistakes to overcome. We're just sitting in our mistakes and trying to figure out, okay, what do I do next? Okay, when we are carrying guilt, whether rightful or not, when we do something to hurt others, when we do something wrong, or when we are not meeting certain standards that we set for ourselves or other people have set for us. All of these things can cause us to be depressed, and we may not know that that's why at that moment. This is just to name a few. And as you can see, this is already quite a bit of things that can seem to eat us up alive. So on a sheet of paper, you can write these down or even pinpoint a few other things that may be bothering you. Maybe I didn't list them here today. And these are things to consider as roots for our depression. We just don't wake up depressed for no reason. It's something deep within, and we may not be able to recognize it right away, right? Then the next step is to learn coping tools. They'll help us learn to live day by day with joy and not the terrible pain of depression. So you following me so far? I hope so. This is really, really important information. So you may ask, why is it important? Because so many people are living half lives or quarter lives. Lives that are not at their fullest because they just can't seem to get out of this rut long enough to get something done. God did not intend for life to be this way for us necessarily. He never promised at all. Not saying this at all. He never promised a problem-free life. However, we are to live in a way that we can still carry a sense of joy, knowing that our troubles actually strengthen us. So, what have we basically covered here in this video? I definitely want you to find a sense of joy and understand you have purpose. We basically covered in this video what depression is, how it may affect people differently, and some root causes of depression. Depression is a serious matter, Okay. However, I am a strong believer that it can be conquered through a will to get better. With faith, patience, and kindness to yourself. If you are suffering from depression, do not be afraid to talk to someone. A friend, a counselor, a family member. I have even talked to mere strangers before. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you just need to get things off your chest. That is it. So I hope that I have encouraged you in some way for you to just talk to someone, dig deep. As we go about through these series for the next 12 weeks, we'll be talking about so many factors of depression, ways to naturally raise your serotonin levels, coping skills, and so much more. I am so excited about how many people we will help through these videos. And so if you know someone, like I mentioned before, suffering from depression or anxiety, please share this video with them. We are all in this together, okay? So don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Subscribe below, like this video so you can see my next video in which I will be talking about one of depression's partners in crime, anxiety. That's how it makes you feel like you just can't stop moving, right? So I'll be talking about that in the next video. You don't want to miss this. So stay tuned for Wednesday's video. Again, my name is Kimmy Nicole. I'm so glad you joined me, and I will see you next time. Have a great night, day, evening, whatever it is you're watching.